Good morning. So we're going to start with 1 drop frankincense and 1 drop wild orange. Good morning. Rub the 2 oils together or whatever oils you have and smell into the hands. When you breathe out, open the hands or take the hands away. And when you breathe in, cover the hands over the nose. Breathing in deeply and then breathing out. So we're going to stay here for a full minute. Taking in the breath or taking in the oils. If you don't have an oil, the hands can be over the heart. Eyes are closed. Sitting in Virasana, hero pose. You can have a pillow underneath your tush or sitting back on your heels. Roll the shoulders away from the ears and drop the shoulder blades down the back. Pull your belly button in towards your back body. Make the spine nice and long. Tip the chin in towards your heart. So you feel a reaching up through the neck and through the crown of the head. Continue to deepen the breath, whether you're smelling into your hands and smelling the aroma of the oil you chose, or you can feel the hands lift with each breath in. The breath is the blueprint of your practice. It's really what guides you and one of the most important features of yoga. It helps to quiet the mind. And whenever you return back to the breath, it takes your focus to the movement of the breath, the sound of the breath, the deepening of the breath. So this is the best way to quiet the mind and move into a meditative practice in your yoga. It's focusing on the sensations in the body, but most importantly, the movement of the breath. Continuing to focus on deepening the breath. So for our next few breaths, we're going to count the breath, trying to extend the length of our breath. So let's do it together. When we breathe in, let's count the breath to 5. Begin to breathe in, counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold. 1, 2, 3. Breathe out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold. 1, 2, 3. Breathe in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold. 1, 2, 3. Breathe out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold. 1, 2, 3. Last time. Breathe in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold. 1, 2, 3. Release. Releasing the breath out. Releasing the counting. Releasing the hold. Notice the mind. Notice the body. Release the hands down to your heart. Namaste Mudra. Palms together. Chest lifting up and pressing into the thumbs. Roll your shoulders back. Drop your head. Use this time to make an intention for your practice. Maybe it's sending good vibes, good energy out to someone else that needs it. Maybe it's keeping the energy for yourself because you need it. deciding to have a positive mind, letting go of judgment, and keeping quiet and focused on your self-care today, your yoga practice, so that you can fill yourself up and have more to give to others. And let's begin. Breathing in, reaching the arms up alongside the ears, palms alongside the ears, or palms touching, biceps alongside the ears. Interlace the fingers, push the palms up. Now look up, drop the back of your head onto your shoulders. See if you can feel your head onto your shoulders. Keep reaching the palms up. One more breath here. Looking forward, biceps alongside the ears again. And release the hands down. Again, palms face up. Breathing in, reaching up. Interlace the fingers, push the palms up. Feel the sides of your arms alongside your ears. Now look up, drop the back of your head onto your shoulders. Keep reaching the arms up, breathing in. Breathing out, look forward, release the hands, fingertips touch alongside the body. So turn the palms up, sweeping up, breathing in. Turn the palms to face up, breathing out. Breathing in, look up, drop your head. Breathing out, looking forward, release the hands, fingertips touch. One more time, sweep the palms up, breathing in. Interlace, breathing out. Breathing in, looking up, drop your head. Breathing out, release the hands, looking forward. Last time, sweep the hands up. Palms remain touching, don't interlace the fingers. Breathing out, over to the right. Let your hand drop to the floor, left arm reaches over. Don't lift your tush, keep it on the heels. Breathing in, reaching up, palms up. Breathing out, left hand drops. Let the right arm reach over, don't move your tush. Stay here for another breath. Good, one more time on each side. Breathing in, palms touch. Breathing out, right hand drops, left arm reaches over. Keep the sit bones touching the heels. You can bend that right arm to go a little bit deeper. Next breath in, coming up to center, palms touch. Dropping over to the left with your breath out. Right arm reaching over the ear. You can feel your biceps touching the ear. Bend the left elbow to go a little bit deeper. Breathe. One more breath. Back around to center, palms touch. And then release the hands down to your knees, palms facing or on top of the knees. Breathe out a little cat-cow here. Cat, dropping the chin towards your heart, pulling your spine back. Breathing in, torso moves forward, heart lifts, roll your shoulders back, look up. Breathing out, arching back into your cat. Breathing in, moving forward into your cow, roll your shoulders back, look up. Breathing out, arching back. Breathing in, forward. 2 more times, breathing out. Pull the belly back, drop the chin deeply towards your heart. Breathing in, forward. Then breathing out, back. Back to center. And dropping down into child's pose. We'll do it from the side. So we're going to keep our feet together and our knees together. Drop the belly over, forehead to the floor. Reach your arms back by your heels. The back of the hands are on the floor. Palms are facing the floor. Take 2 to 3 deep breaths here. quieting the mind, focusing on the sound of your breath. Returning to the deepness that you had when you were counting the breath. But don't count, just have a nice deep breath. Then begin to reach the hands forward into that full child's pose. Arms are alongside the ears. Fingers are spread so your arms are active. Forehead is still touching the floor. So coming into your child's pose at any point in the practice, if you feel tired, listen to your body. Find that balance between pushing yourself and taking care of yourself. So yoga is a disciplined practice. It's a peaceful warrior practice. So knowing your discipline has two parts, taking care of yourself and challenging yourself. So find that balance in your practice today. Next breath in, coming up to hands and knees. Hands under your shoulders, knees under your hips. Let's do circles with the hips, warming up the lower back. So core muscles are active here. You're pulling them in as you arch up in your rotation, and then might drop down as you arch with the belly down. Take your circles in the other direction. So this is a lot of pelvic tilt here, getting the whole pelvis warm and juicy with fluid. Lower back, bringing in the cerebral spinal fluid into all the vertebrae of the back. Go back to center for the neutral spine. Make sure your hands are right under your shoulders. So a bit of a wave here. Turn your toes under. Your toes, your heels stop your bum. So push back into a child's pose. Reach your arms forward. So it's a high child's pose. The hips are up because they can't go all the way down. Forehead to the floor. So you might feel a bit more stretch through the shoulders and through the arms. You can keep sliding your hands forward a bit so that you get a bigger stretch through the shoulders and the upper back between the shoulder blades. Belly's tucking in. One more breath. Slide the hands back towards the knees to come up into a table, and then breathe out, coming into a supported upward facing dog. Tops of the thighs are on the floor, knees are on the floor. Roll your shoulders back. Drop your chin towards your heart. Feel a stretch through the back of the neck. Breathing in through your table, breathing out through your high child's pose. Tuck your toes, stretch your arms forward, slide them forward, and try going down to the chin maybe, or the forehead. It's still early in the morning. I want you to feel the stretch mostly through the arms, the shoulders, the upper back between the shoulder blades. Press through the hands so the arms stay active. This helps to engage the stretch more through the shoulders and the back of the upper back. Next breath in, slide your hands towards your knees, coming up into the table. And then breathing out, dropping into your upward facing dog. Thighs stay on the floor, knees stay on the floor. Roll the shoulders back. Look up this time. And then breathing in through your table. Tuck your toes back into your high child's pose. Slide your hands forward. Maybe they'll slide forward a little bit deeper. Maybe your chin will touch this time. If it's too much, just drop the forehead. Focus on deepening the breath and getting a nice long active stretch through the upper back and the shoulders, the triceps, the upper part of the arm. Next breath in, slide your hands towards your knees. Drop your hips down, breathing out, upward facing dog. Roll your shoulders, look forward this time, neutral neck. And then slowly bend the elbows towards the ribcage, coming down into cobra. Feel your pubic bone touch, then your belly button touch, then your chest, and then your chin. Keep your hands where they are. Make sure that the fingertips are lined with the nipple. Push into the heels of the hands. Press the elbows towards each other. And then coming up slowly to cobra. Push into the hands. Stop halfway. Mostly work in the back. The hands could come away. Try taking the hands away, reaching them out behind you. And then bringing them back softly to land on the mat. Press all the way up into a full downward facing dog. Straight arms. Thighs are on the floor, knees are on the floor. Breathing out lower, bend the elbows towards the ribcage. Pubic bone touches, belly touches, heart, chin. Breathing in, baby cobra, push into the hands. But you're moving from the back. Tuck your belly in, hands can come away and reach them back. Breathe. One more breath. And drop back to the mat. Pressing the hands, coming into a more full cobra. Keep the elbows bent. Don't straighten the arms yet. Keep them close to the rib cage. And now straighten. Roll your shoulders back. Good. Next breath in. Tuck your belly in, move through your table. Back into your high. Shout toes, tuck toes. Reach the arms forward. Drop to your chin or your forehead. Press into your hands so your arms are strong. Feel your triceps engage. Your rotator cuffs. The muscles all around the shoulder, the top of the shoulder engage. You feel a nice length through the shoulder blades. Breathe. One more breath. Slide your hands towards your knee, breathing in. To your table. Arch up like a cat, breathing out. Pull your heart between your shoulder blades. Pull your belly into your back body. Breathing in, drop the belly, roll the shoulders, look. Breathing out, arching into your cat, tuck your chin deeply towards your heart. Breathing in, into your cow, drop your belly, roll your shoulders, look. Breathing out, cat. Breathing in, cow. Breathing out, cat. Breathing in, cow. Last time, cat. Keep the arch in your back, keep your cat. Turn your toes under and reach up into your downward facing dog. So there's a slight cat stretch in your shoulders in your downward facing dog. You're pulling your heart in between your shoulders. Bend both knees at the same time. This helps you find your long spine. Downward facing dog is really about the spine and lengthening the spine, opening up the shoulders. So when you release the hamstrings and the stretch in the legs, you can really feel the spine. Now let's try straightening the legs, pressing the heels down first. The tailbone up, the knees back. Tuck your belly in. Still the beginning of the practice, so bend one knee and then the other, stretching out the back of the legs. Moving your down dog. Twisting your hips, twisting your belly. Go back around to center. Straighten both legs. Come up onto your tiptoes, bring the heels up towards the sky, and then drop them down, breathing. Breathing in, up onto your tiptoes. And breathing out, heels down. Last time, breathing in, up onto your tiptoes. Of your toes, and all the way. Good, drop to your knees. Toes together, knees apart, wide legged down. Child's pose, take your hands between your legs. And drop to your chin or your forehead. Relax your shoulders. Deepen your breath. Stay here for 2 more deep breaths. One more breath. Good. Next breath in, slide your arms out. Reach them forward. And come up into your hands and knees. Turn your toes under, reach your hips up to your downward facing dog. Straight legs, heels down. Tailbone up, tuck your belly in. Look between your hands, bend your both knees at the same time. And then step your right foot all the way through to the top of your fingertips. And then your left foot all the way through. Toes touch, heels apart, fold forward. Bend both knees slightly so the top of your rib cage will touch the top of your thigh. Release your head, shake your head, yes and no. Sure you release any tension in the neck. And then begin to straighten your legs. If your hands come off the mat, grab your elbows, or just grab your elbows in. So you're hugging your elbows, both hands on each elbow. Try to straighten the legs best as you can. Push your knees back. Breathe, one more breath. Take your weight into the front of your feet, so try to release the heels off the mat so you can. They feel very light. They can stay on the mat, but they feel light. Most of the weight in the front of your feet. Then drop the hands to the floor, bend your knees, roll up one vertebrae at a time, slowly, slowly. Slowly, slowly. Shavasana, mountain pose. Let's do a soft, quiet sun salutation. Twist together, heels apart. Breathing in, reach the arms up. Breathing out, hands come to your heart. Slowly fold forward. Straight legs. You can bend your knees so you can reach the floor. Open your feet as wide as your hips. And then bend your right knee, breathing. Back to center, both legs straighten. Then bend your left knee, breathing. So you're going to open up the legs softly. Breathing in to center. Breathing out, bend the legs. Breathing in to center. Breathing out, bend the legs. Breathing into center. Breathing in, bend the right. Let's stay here on our right side. Can you feel your rib cage touch the top of your right knee or right thigh? Keep your right hand on the floor. Reach your left arm up for a nice gentle twist. Look up into the fingertips. Also engaging that left straight leg, opening up the back of the leg, the hamstring, and into the glutes. Back around to center. Both legs straighten, and then bend your left knee. Feel the rib cage of your left side body resting on that left thigh. Left hand stays on the floor, right arm reaches up for a twist. Look up into the fingertips. Tuck your belly in. Straight right leg, feel it through the hip, the hamstring, up into those glutes. Breathe. Back around to center. Both legs straighten. If you can't touch the floor, then bend your knees, fingertips to the floor. Breathing in, halfway lift. Take your hands to your shins. Look up, straighten the back. Straighten the legs now. Breathing out, bend the knees. Take the hands to the floor. Step the right foot back. And then your left foot back. Finding your plank. Tuck your belly in. Pull your heart up between your shoulder blades. So it's almost like you have a cat stretch in your shoulders and your plank. Pull your belly in so your hips are lifted just a little bit. Then drop your knees, breathing out. Shoulders move forward, bend your elbows back towards your ribs, and stop halfway for half chaturanga. Breathing in, upward facing dog. Knees stay on the floor, roll the shoulders back. Breathing out, tuck your toes, lift your hips up towards the sky. Downward facing dog, 5 breaths. Still warming up so you can move here, bending one knee and then the other. Or stay still for your 4 more breaths. Pressing your hands, roll your shoulders away from your ears. 3 more breaths. Press your heels down, knees are pushing towards the back of the knee. 2 more breaths. Hips are rising up, you're tucking your belly in. 1 more breath, quiet mind. Focus on the breath. Beautiful body. Powerful mind. Balanced emotion. Doing yoga. Good. Next breath in, bend both knees, look towards your fingertips, step your left foot all the way through. Then your right foot. Toes together, heels apart. Bend your knees enough so that your rib cage touches as you breathe out, folding forward. Breathing in, we're going to roll up. Keep your knees bent, tuck your belly in so you're engaging your core muscles still as they do most of the work to bring you up. Roll your shoulders back, heart lifts. Don't fidget, stay here for breath, feel your body. Don't fix your shirt, don't fix your hair. That's my style, stay here for 1 more breath. Good, moving through this fun and freestyle sun salutation. Let's do a couple more times. Breathing in, reaching up. Breathing out, hands come to your heart. Bend your knees as you fold forward. Rib cage touches, fingertips to the floor. Keep your knees bent. Open your feet as wide as your hips. Bend your right knee, rib cage touches the top of the thigh. Right hand reaches to the floor, left arm reaches up for your twist. Keep feeling that rib cage on your right thigh. Straight left leg. Look up into your fingertips and breathe. Breathe out back to center, legs straighten, then bend your left knee. Reach up through your right arm for your twist. So notice what you're feeling. Your left rib cage trying to touch the top of your left thigh. Right leg is nice and straight. You should feel a good stretch through that hip. And then you're twisting, taking that right shoulder back, looking up into your feet. Breathing out, back to center, legs straighten. Breathing in, slide your hands onto your shins, straight legs, straight back, look. Breathing out, bend the knees, hands to the floor, step the left foot. And then your right foot back, find your plank, tuck your belly in, pull your heart up into your shoulders. Hips are slightly lifted, you're pulling your core in towards your back body. And then drop the knees, breathing out. Shoulders forward, bend the elbows back to touch, almost touch the rib cage. Half plank, stay here. Breathing in, upward facing dog, knees stay down. Roll the shoulders. Breathing out, flip the toes. Pull the hips up towards the sky. Downward facing dog for 5 breaths. Try to stay still in your down dog this time. For your first breath, find your alignment. Maybe you have to walk your toes in a bit. 4 more breaths. Stay dynamic, push through the heels. Hips are lifting, push through the hands. Shoulders are rolling. 3 more breaths. Quiet mind. 2 more breaths. Feel light. Maybe there's a slight smile on your face. Or bring a slight smile on your face to lighten your energy, lighten your mood. Yoga does not have to be serious. Disciplines and fun. 1 more breath. Bend both knees, look towards your fingertips, step your left foot forward. And then your right foot forward. Get your toes together, heels apart, breathing out. Bend your knees, let your rib cage touch the top of your thighs. Really release your head, feel the crown of your head dropping towards your mat. Breathing in, roll up. Use your core to pull yourself up. Legs are bent. Roll your shoulders back, heart lifts, legs straighten. Stay here for a breath, don't adjust or fidget. Beautiful, breathing in, reaching up. Breathing out, hands come to your heart. Bend your knees, fold forward, so softening the back. Drop the hands towards the floor, keep your knees bent. Feel your rib cage touching the tops of your thighs. Crown of the head moving towards the mat. Good, open your feet as wide as your hips are wider. Bend the right knee even deeper, feel the rib cage on top. Right hand stays to the floor, left arm reaches, look up towards the fingertips. Left leg is straight. Half bind with the arm, let the arm drop behind the back. Can you find the inner thigh? Fingertips find the inner thigh of that right thigh. Twist with that shoulder, looking up towards the ceiling. Straight left leg. Release the bind, reach the arm up, breathing in. Breathing out, back to center. Legs straighten. Breathing in, straight legs. Breathing out, bend your left knee. Rib cage touches, left hand stays on the floor, right arm reaches up. Straight right leg. Look up into the fingertips. Half bind, drop that right arm behind your back. Fingertips maybe find the inner left thigh. Stay here for a couple breaths, twisting in the belly. Straight right leg, feel the stretch all the way through the hip and glutes. Right shoulders reaching up towards the sky, hearts facing the ceiling. 1 more breath. Breathing in, reach the arm up. Breathing out, back to center, legs straighten. Fingertips to the floor, fold forward. Breathing in, halfway lift. Let your arm and hands be on your shins. Straighten the legs, straighten the body. Breathing out, forward fold, bend the knees. Hands to the floor, step the right foot back. And then your left foot back. Find your plank. Quiet your mind, deepen your breath.
Let's try a full chaturanga. So keep your knees up. Bend your elbows back towards your ribcage. Shoulders forward. Breathing in, upward facing dog. Flip to the tops of your feet. Knees stay off. Breathing out, hips lift, downward facing dog. 5 breaths. Walk your toes in, shorten your stance. Push your heels towards the floor. 4 more breaths. By now, you should know the alignment of your down dog. If you're still new to yoga, then feel those subtle adjustments. Straighten the legs, lift the hips. Quiet mind. 3 more breaths. Feel light, feel good. Use yoga as the tool to lift your mind into a positive place. Light-hearted. Good. Next breath in. Look to your fingertips. Bend your knees and step the right foot all the way through. And then your left foot. Toes are touching, heels are apart. Straight legs this time, best as you can, folding forward. Stay on your fingertips or the tops of your shins if you don't need. Take your arms out to the side, float up, straight back. Push into your feet, tuck your belly. Reach the arms up, palms face. Breathing out, hands to your heart. Samastitihi. Hands stay at the heart and namaste. Or you can drop the hands into Shavasana, mountain pose. Stay here for 1 more breath. Breathing in, reach the arms out to the side. Look up to your hands. Breathe out, hands to your heart. Fold forward. We're going to keep the legs straight this time. Fingertips to the floor. Breathing in, hands to your shins. Looking up, straight back. Straight leg. Breathing out, bend your knees, take your hands to the floor, step the left foot back, and then your right foot. Plank pose, tuck the belly in, heart's lifting between the shoulders. You're on your tiptoes, heels are reaching back. Full chaturanga, bend your elbows back, shoulders reach forward. Drop halfway where the elbows are level with the ribcage. Then breathe in, upward facing dog. Knees are lifted off the mat. Roll the shoulders. Stay here for 1 more breath. Breath out, hips lift up. Downward facing dog, 5 breaths. Find your alignment right away in your first breath. So you can be still and quiet for your 4 more breaths. Try to feel lighthearted. Clear mind, letting go of worry, doubt, judgment, bringing in trust, positive mind. Two more breaths. The next breath in, bend your knees, look towards your fingertips, step your right foot all the way through, and then your left foot. Straight legs, fold forward, breathing out. Breathing in, arms reach out to the side, reverse one, push into your feet, tuck your belly in. Breathe out, hands to your heart. Namaste. Good. 1 more time. Let's go a little bit faster. Breathing in, reaching up. Breathing out, folding forward. Breathing in, halfway lift. Breathing out, hands flat, step the left foot back and then the right foot. Plank pose. Breathing in, breathing out, chaturanga. Breathing in, upward facing dog. Breathing out, downward. Good. Walk your toes in, find your alignment with your first breath. 4 more breaths, quieting the mind, stilling the body. Soft smile across your face. Just letting your emotions feel warm and light. Next breath in, bend your knees, look towards your fingertips, step your left foot forward, and then your right. Fold forward straight, legs drop your head, release your neck. Breathing in, reverse swan back, reaching all the way up. Breathing out, hands to your heart. Drop your hands to Shavasana. Eyes closed, body strong. Good. Sitting down into your chair, drop your tush, fingertips touch. Breathing in, reach the arms up. Breathing out, fold forward, rib cage touches. Breathing in, halfway lift. Breathing out, take the hands to the floor, step the right foot back, and then your left foot back. Find your place. I'm going to bring in a new thing, half of side plank, drop your feet to the left, stay on your left hand, reach your right arm up. Both feet can be on the floor, makes it a little less difficult, or stack your feet. Breathe. Back around to center, to your plank. Lift your belly, lift your heart. Then 2 side plank on the right. Drop your feet to the right. You're on your right arm. Left arm reaches. Feet can be separated on the mat, or left foot stacks on top of your right. 1 more breath. Back around to center, into your plank. Tuck your belly in, tuck your heart. And then chaturanga. Bend your elbows. Breathing in, upward facing dog. Breathing out, downward facing dog. We're going to stay here in downward facing dog. 4 more breaths, not doing the vinyasa in between. 3 more breaths. Look towards your toes. 1 more breath. Bend your knees, look towards your fingertips, step your right foot all the way through, and then your left foot. Toes together, heels apart. Bend your knees, drop your tush, come up into your chair pose. Breathing in, arms reach. Breathing out, forward fold. Rib cage touches, fingertips to the floor, straighten your leg. Breathing in, halfway lift. Breathing out, bend your knees, hands to the floor, step your left foot back, and then your right foot back. Find your plank, belly tucking in, heart lifting. Take another breath here. Good, side plank, breathing out to the left, feet drop to the left, left arm is on the floor, right arm reaches, or stack your feet. 1 more breath. Back around to center. Plank pose, breathing in, breathing out, feet to the right, Left arm reaches, stack your feet. Good, back around to center, breathing in. Breathing out, chaturanga. Breathing in, upward facing dog. Breathing out, downward facing dog. 5 breaths, find your alignment. More child's pose. 4 more breaths. Feel light, breathe out seriousness. Breathe in light, warm, balance, calmness, joy. One more breath. Good. Next breath in. Bend both knees. Look towards your fingertips. Step your left foot all the way through. And then your right foot. Toes touch, heels apart. Breathe out. Forward fold. Breathe in. Sit down into your chair. Reach your arms up in front of you. Breathe out. Hands to your heart. Straighten the legs. Thumbs deep. Stay here for 2 deep breaths. Breathe in, reaching up. Breathe out, hands to your heart. Right arm wraps underneath your left arm. So Gomukhasana arms, eagle pose arms. So your right arm's underneath, left arm is on top. See if you can keep twisting into the wrists and the hands so that your hands clasp. If not, just grab wherever you may grab. Reach the arms up. Then you're going to sit down in your chair pose. Drop your tush. Squeeze your knees together. We're going to try a little bit of a balance here. So take your right leg and wrap it around your left. Your right toes can go to the floor. That's level 1. Or your right foot can keep wrapping around your calf till you're only standing on your left foot. Breathe. Release the foot, bring it back around into your chair. Knees together, sit down, reach the arms up. And sit up, breathing in. Release the arms alongside the body, Shavasana. Notice how you feel. Other side, so breathing in, reaching up. Breathing out, hands come to your heart. Take your left arm underneath your right. Elbows are stacked. And then keep twisting in the upper arm till your palms can come together or grab wherever they may grab. Bend down into your chair pose. Knees are touching. Toes are touching. You can stay here if this is where you're at today. Or lift the left leg up, wrap it around the right so the toes are stacked, or the knees are stacked. First, your left toes can just be on the floor, helping you find balance. Or the left calf wraps around the right calf, shoulder. And you're only balancing on your right foot. Breathe. Release the foot back into your chair. Lift the arms up. And then sit up. Stand up. Release the arms. Stay here. Feel the shoulders.
Breathing in, reaching up. Breathing out, hands to your heart. Bring the right knee up. Point the toes for a soft balance. Tuck your belly in. Then reach the leg out, leg back, warrior three. Straight standing leg, straight lifted leg, point the toes. Fold forward a little bit more from your hips. And then bend the front standing leg, step the back leg back into warrior one legs. Hands are at your heart still. Knees right over the front ankle. Straight back leg. Torso is reaching straight up towards the sky. Drop the hands down alongside the body and then reach them up. Palms touching. Biceps alongside the ears, warrior one. Full warrior one, gaze goes up towards your fingertip. And you reach back slightly for a back bend. Bend in the front knee, reach back. Drop the hands to your heart. Reach the arms up, warrior two. Straighten the leg, reach forward, find your triangle. My favorite pose, it's hard to go without a class. Go a whole class without triangle. Straight front leg. Top arm drops down to the mat. Take both hands to either side of the foot. And now walk that back foot in. Toes face the front of the mat. And this levels out your hips. You can go into this forward fold towards the front leg. Stay on your fingertips if you can't keep the front leg bent, or come onto your shin. This is where in a yoga class, or maybe you have one at home, you use a yoga block. So you can keep this front leg straight and eventually start to lower down to full hands. One more breath. Good. Then bend the front knee. And come all the way up into a crescent lunge. So your back heel is up, you're on the back toes. Reach the arms up alongside the ears. Front knee is right over the ankle, back leg is nice and straight, reaching through the heel, but it's not touching anything. Good, then drop your hands, take your hands to your hips, and bend the back knee until it touches the floor. Keep your hands on your hips. We're going to straighten that leg. Just push it one more time. And bend the back knee until it touches the floor. And one more time, straighten. And bend the back knee. Good. Drop both hands to either side of the foot. Straighten that front leg. Half hung on. So half split. Point the toes first to stretch out the front of the ankle. And then flex the foot, slide the whole foot forward a bit, and drop forward over that straight leg. Very important that the leg stays straight. So again, stay on your fingertips or on your shin if you can't keep your legs straight. If your leg can stay straight, you can drop a little bit deeper to your fingertips. Or maybe dropping the rib cage onto the top of the thigh. 2 more breaths. Good. Take the foot to the floor, bend the front knee. Come up into a half lunge. Take your hands to your hips. Keep dropping your hips forward so the knee comes over the toes. And now push through that front foot and come up into a half kneel. Turn your toes under at the back foot, and the knee comes up for a crescent lunge. Good, reach the arms up alongside the ears. Bend the front knee, straight back leg. And then take your hands to your heart. Lean forward, shift your weight forward, and step. Salutation, catch your breath. Feel your body. Good, other side, breathing in, reaching up. Breathing out, hands come to your heart. Reach the left knee up, point the toes. Stay here in controlled balance, tuck your belly in. Then reach the leg back, warrior three. Keep the hands at your heart, focus on your legs. Straight standing leg. Lifted leg is straight, toes are pointed. Fold forward a little bit deeper from your hip creases. And then bend the front knee, step the back leg back. Warrior one legs. Keep your hands at your heart. Find your leg alignment, knee is right over the ankle. Back heel is on the floor this time. Straight front leg. Drop your hands alongside your hips. And then reach your arms up alongside the ears. Biceps touch the ears. Palms touch. Looking forward. We're taking it to the next level, looking up to the hands. Drop the head onto the shoulders. And reach the arms back. Bend in the front knee. Breathe. Looking forward, breathing in. Dropping into warrior two. And then triangle. Straighten the front leg. Reaching forward. And then drop the right hand inside the right foot. Left arm reaches up. Important that the front right leg is straight. So if you need to go up onto the shin or a yoga block, use it to keep that leg straight. Two more breaths. Then that top arm is going to come down to the mat. Both hands are going to go on either side of the foot and walk that back foot forward. Both toes are facing the front of the mat to level out your hips. Both hands are on either side of the foot and you're folding forward. Again, if you can't keep that front leg straight, take both hands to your shin or a block. Important that the hips are level. I can place a bowl of water on your hips and the water line would stay level. Good, two more breaths. Then bend the front knee. Back toes are turned under the heels off the floor, leg is straight. Push into that front foot, take the arms away, reaching them out in front of you for a crescent lunge. Knee is bending right over the ankle, back leg is straight. You go out and walk your foot forward. Reach through that back heel, try not to bend the back knee. It's straight. Drop the hands alongside the body. Hips, the hands can come to your hips. Now we're going to slowly bend the back knee now and drop it to the mat. I'm going to do that 2 more times. So straighten the leg, hips barely move. And then bend the knee, bring it to the mat. Straighten the leg. Bend the knee, bring it to the mat. We're going to stay here. Drop your hands to either side of the foot and begin to straighten that front leg. The
toes stay pointed first to feel the stretch through the front of the ankle and the front of the shin. And then flex the foot, slide the whole leg forward, and fold over that leg. Again, if you can't keep the leg straight, stay on the shin, fingertips or a block. If you can keep the leg straight and go a little bit deeper, drop to the full hands or rib cage on top of the thigh. Breathe. 2 more breaths. Good. Then step into that right foot, bend knee, and drop the hips towards that right back thigh. Knee is coming over the toes. Good. Reach your arms up alongside the ears. Stay here, breathe. Now take your hands to your hips. Come up into a tall knee. Your foot should be right under your knee. So draw your foot back. Turn your toes under. Straighten the leg for your half crescent moon. Good. Reach the arms up alongside the ears. Heels off the floor. You're on your back toes. Take your hands to your heart. Shift the weight forward and step forward. Find your breath. Drop your hands to Tadasana. Toes together, heels apart. Breathing in, reach the arms up. Breathing out, hands come to your heart. Come up onto your toes. And bend your knees as you slowly squat down. So your heels are lifted, your toes are up. Come down as best as you can. Take your hands to the tops of your knees, roll your shoulders back, lift your heart up. One more breath. And drop your hands to the floor. Drop your knees to the floor. And sit in Vinyasa. So we're going to try an inversion today. So if we're going to do headstand to begin with. I've been having requests to teach handstand. I'll do that maybe in not a live Zoom class, but a little video. So we'll do headstand. If you're not doing headstand today because it's not in your practice, then you can do shoulder stand. And also if you're in the middle of your menses and it's a heavy day, then you don't go into headstand. So you can do an alternate pose. So if you know you use a wall and you're at home, get your mat up against the wall. The easiest headstand is setting yourself up into this 3-point. So you hold your elbows, interlace your fingers except for the pinkies, and you drop your hairline to the mat. So my hands are just catching the back of my head. My head is not in my hands. My head is on the mat. And then you come up into your downward facing dog legs. And if you're using a wall, one leg reaches up and the bottom foot hops you up. And then the wall's there to catch you. If you're not using a wall and you want to get away from the wall, you still reach one leg up. And the lifted leg lifts you up. So both legs are up. And you stay pushing into your elbows so there's not a lot of weight in your head. And then coming down so you don't hurt your toes, one leg stays lifted up and one leg comes down. So you drop lightly to your toes and come down into child's pose. Reach the arms back alongside your feet. And breathe. And come up into your Vinyasa, your hero pose. So I'm going to show you one more variation. So this gives you a chance to try your headstand one more time. So another variation, and you can feel which way feels better, is your hands plant and your head drops in front of your hands. So I can see my fingertips, the tops of my fingertips. And then I go into my downward facing dog legs, and one leg lifts, and the other leg hops me up. That's one way. Or we see our kids do this. Our knees come up to our elbows. And then you might be able to lift both legs up. Push into your hands so not all the weight is on your head. And then coming down again, one leg comes down, one leg stays lifted, so you don't pound down into your feet. And always rest in child's pose so you don't get a head rush. Before you sit up into your Vinyasa. Take your feet to the side to sit down onto your bum. Grab your knees and slowly let yourself roll down onto your mat. Keep your knees with you, hug them in and rock from side to side. Keep your right knee in, drop your left foot to the floor. Left knee stays bent. Interlace your fingers behind the right thigh and straighten the right leg. Push that straight right leg into your hands. And rotate your ankle in one direction and then the other direction. And you're going to sit up, look towards your knees, and slide your hands up to your calf. Stay sitting up, a little bit of core work here. And then keep your legs straight, keep a hold of your calf, and drop back down, keeping the legs straight. If the knee bends, then you have to go back to your thigh, and that's where you are in your straight leg practice until you get a little more length in the back of the leg. Again, you can rotate the ankle. And then we're going to sit up, nose towards your knee. See if you can touch your toes. Both hands on either side of your foot or your toes. Keep the legs straight. Sit up, nose towards your knee. And then sit back down or lay back down. Try to keep the legs straight. If you can't, go to your calf or the back of your thigh. Breathe. Right fingertips, the peace fingers wrap around the big right toe. You can bend your knee to get there and then open the leg out to the side. Breathe. Keep that left knee bent. Good, back up to center. And release the leg. Bend the knee, bring it to the floor. Other side, hug the left knee in. Interlace the fingers behind the thigh and straighten that left leg. Keep the hands behind the bottom thigh, the hamstring. Flex the foot. Rotate the ankle in both directions. Good. Sit up, nose towards your knees. Slide your hands to the back of your calf. Stay here for another breath. And then release the upper body down. Bring the leg with it. Keep it straight. Point the toes. Breathe. Sitting up, nose towards your knees. Take your hands to your feet. Best as you can, keep the legs straight, lower back down. If you can't keep the legs straight, go to your calf or your thigh. Peace fingers of the left hand wrap around the big toe. Here you can bend your knees so you can achieve the toe wrap. If you can straighten the leg, keep it straight, and then drop the leg to the left. Again, if the knee is bent here, that's okay. Breathe. You're trying to achieve a straight leg. Reach the right arm out to counter the pose. Breathe. And then bring it back up to center. Knee can be bent or straight leg. Release the foot, then the knee, bring it back to the floor. Open your feet as wide as your mat and drop your knees together. Take your hands over your belly button. Close your eyes, preparing for Shavasana. Breathe into the belly. Move your head from side to side, giving a subtle stretch to the neck. And then back around to center, straighten the legs. Legs should be as wide as the hips. Feet are dropping out to the side. Drop your hands to the sides of your body. Palms are facing up. Press into the back of your head so your heart lifts up and you can pull your shoulders underneath your body. This gives a nice heart lift. Helps to deepen the breath. And puts you in this receiving position where you have to let go of the blocks around the heart. It opens you up to trusting more, to receiving more. Many times we're in a position of giving, always giving, 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 sharing, 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 doing, doing, doing. So Shavasana is about you stopping and receiving, receiving the divine breath, the giver of life. Receiving and understanding that divine flow of energy that flows through you, this creative power that you're a part of. You have no choice. You are a creative being. You're connected to the creative energy. You're constantly changing, growing, and evolving into a new you. And it doesn't matter your age. You can choose to continue to grow and evolve into a better version of yourself. If there's patterns that you would like to release, you can. And focus on the patterns that you'd like to have more of,
the patterns of responding with clarity, with calmness, breathing more deeply and responding from this place of balance, trusting more deeply, loving more deeply. Observing more, listening more. And then letting go of all thoughts, all goals and desires, and being quiet and free with your breath. And staying here for 5 or more breaths. No counting, no thoughts. Just you and your breath.
Let's see.
With your next breath in, bend your knees, bring your feet to the floor, and stay here for a couple more breaths. Feeling your back and your hips on the floor, feeling the back of your shoulders on the floor, the back of your head. Being aware of your body again. The movement of the breath as it lifts the chest and expands the belly. The sound of the breath as it enters the nose. The feeling of the breath as it enters the nose. It's cool as it enters the nose as you bring the outside breath in. And as you breathe out, the breath feels warm. Notice those subtle differences of the breath. And then slowly come up to sitting. And roll to the side, press up through your hands, come up to sitting. Bring your hands to your heart, bow your head. Remember your intention at the beginning of the practice. Maybe it was giving positive energy, or you were in the mode of receiving. The light in me sees and honors the light in you. Namaste. Shalom. Thank you. Bye. Bye. Bye.